Mastering Nmap, the complete hybrid narration script. Welcome to Mastering Nmap, from fundamentals to advanced techniques. In this master course, we will journey together into the world of network exploration, turning a complex command line tool into your most trusted digital flashlight. By the end of our time together, you won't just know what commands to type, you'll understand why you're typing them, and how to do so responsibly and effectively. Let's begin.
Module 1. Introduction to Nmap and Lab Setup. In this first module, we introduce you to the essential tool that is Nmap. We'll explore why it is so crucial in the field of network security and guide you step by step in building your own safe practice environment. Lesson 1.1. Understanding Nmap and Network Scanning. Welcome to the world of network exploration. Imagine you are a security guard tasked with monitoring a large office building in the middle of the night. Your first job isn't to check every single lock. Instead, you do a round with a flashlight just to see which lights are on. This is exactly what Nmap, or Network Mapper, does in the digital world. Nmap is your flashlight and set of keys for computer networks. It is an extremely powerful open-source tool used to discover computers, servers, and other devices, we call these hosts, on a network. It can also determine what services, like a website or an email server, these hosts are offering by checking which doors or ports are open. This process, network scanning, is fundamental for two main reasons. For defenders and system administrators, it's like taking a security inventory. For pen testers and ethical hackers, it's the reconnaissance phase, mapping the terrain before testing a system's defenses. Let's imagine a scenario. A system administrator named Chloe is worried about an employee's new laptop on the office network. Instead of searching for the device, Chloe uses Nmap. A quick scan reveals the new laptop, and a more detailed scan shows it has an insecure file-sharing application running. Thanks to this scan, Chloe identified and neutralized a potential risk without ever leaving her desk. This is the power of Nmap in action. It brings visibility where there was none. To really solidify this concept, it's helpful to think about the real-world applications. I encourage you to take a moment and consider three common use cases for a tool like Nmap. The most common professional use cases you'll find are, first, network inventory, which is simply discovering all connected devices. Second, vulnerability scanning, which involves checking if those devices have known security weaknesses. And third, service identification, which is figuring out exactly what software is running on those open ports. You now know what Nmap is, a network discovery and security auditing tool. In our next lesson, we will move from theory to practice by building our own virtual lab, a safe, empty parking lot where we can practice without any risk.
Lesson 1.2. Lab Environment Setup and Installation. You don't test drive a sports car in heavy traffic. Similarly, you never practice using security tools on networks you don't own. It's illegal and dangerous. That's why we must build a virtual lab, a self-contained, isolated environment on your computer using software like VirtualBox to run virtual machines. The next step is a practical one, and I encourage you to follow along to build your own workshop. First, you'll install VirtualBox, then download the Kali Linux installer image. In VirtualBox, you'll create a new VM, allocating at least 4 GB of RAM and 25 GB of disk space. Then install Kali Linux using the file you downloaded. Once your Kali VM is running, the final step is to verify the Nmap installation. This is the moment of truth that proves your lab is operational. On-screen text shows the command nmap-version. When you open a terminal in Kali and run that command, you will see the Nmap version number printed on the screen. Congratulations! Seeing that output means you have a professional and secure lab environment, ready for scanning. In our next lesson, we will finally launch our first Nmap scan.
Lesson 1.3 Basic Nmap Commands and Options. The structure of an Nmap command is simple. The command nmap, followed by options, and then the target. Our very first scan is the simplest, a ping scan, using the -SN option. It's the digital equivalent of shouting, "Is anyone there?" down a hallway. To do this, you first need your network range. You can find this by running the IPA command in your Kali terminal and looking for an IP address ending in /24. Now is the perfect time to run your first ever scan. I encourage you to run this command in your lab to discover active devices on your own virtual network. On screen shows the command nmap-sn, your network range, e.g. 192.168.1.0/24. After a few moments, Nmap will produce its report. The output will clearly list the IP addresses of all hosts that it marked as being up. You have just successfully executed your first network discovery scan. In Module 2, we will start knocking on the digital doors of these hosts by learning all about port scanning.
Module 2, Core Port Scanning and Service Detection. Now that we know how to find active machines, it's time to knock on their doors. This module teaches you how to identify open ports, interpret their state, and discover exactly what's running behind each IP address. Lesson 2.1, The Principles of Port Scanning. Imagine a server is a building with over 65,000 doors, or ports. Port scanning is knocking on these doors to check their state, open, closed, or filtered by a firewall. The most common and effective technique is the SYSS scan, using the -SS option. It's fast and discreet. Let's see this in action on a legal practice target. To really understand how Nmap identifies open ports, I encourage you to run the following scan yourself. On-screen text shows the command sudo nmap -ss tcp.scanme.nmap.org. When the scan completes, your output will clearly show a list of the open ports and the services Nmap associates with them, like port 22 for SSH and port 80 for HTTP. You now know how to identify a system's potential entry points. But knowing a door is open isn't enough. In the next lesson, we'll find out exactly who is behind it. Lesson 2.2, Operating System and Version Detection. Knowing port 80 is open is useful, but knowing if it's a modern or outdated web server is critical. Nmap can find out using version detection, -SV, and operating system detection, -O. The -A option is a powerful shortcut that enables both of these and more. You can see the power of an in-depth scan firsthand with this next command. This is where Nmap truly shines, transforming from a simple scanner into a reconnaissance tool. On-screen text shows the command sudo nmap-a tcp.scanme.nmap.org. This scan takes longer, but the results are incredibly rich. Based on the output, you can now precisely identify the version of the service on port 22, the web server version on port 80, and even the specific operating system that Nmap has detected. This is the fundamental skill for any security professional. In Module 3, we'll unlock even more power with Nmap's scripting engine.
Module 3, Advanced Nmap Features and the Scripting Engine, NSE. You've mastered the basics. It's time to give Nmap some superpowers. This module introduces the Nmap Scripting Engine, or NSE, a framework that allows Nmap to perform hundreds of automated tasks. Lesson 3.1, Nmap Scripting Engine Fundamentals. Think of Nmap as a smartphone and the NSE as its app store. It gives you access to hundreds of scripts that expand Nmap's capabilities for discovery, vulnerability testing, and more. We use them with the -- script option. A simple example is the HTTP title script, which grabs a website's homepage title. To see just how effective these scripts can be for reconnaissance, this is a great one to try yourself in your lab. We'll use the DNS brute script to discover subdomains of a target. On-screen text shows the command nmap -- script dns - brute nmap.org. When you run this, you'll see the script work its magic. The output will reveal a list of discovered host names, likely including key subdomains like www.nmap.org and scanme.nmap.org. You now understand that Nmap is not just a scanner, but an automation platform. Next, we'll use this for basic vulnerability scanning.
Lesson 3.2: Basic Vulnerability Scanning with Nmap. We can now use more powerful scripts, specifically those in the vulns category, which actively check for known security flaws. A critical warning: never run these scripts on a target without explicit written permission. For example, if we suspected a machine was vulnerable to the infamous eternal blue flaw, we could run a script to check for it, and the output would clearly state vulnerable if the flaw was found. To truly grasp the scope of this feature, I encourage you to do a quick exploration. The best way to understand what's possible is to see it for yourself. On-screen text shows the URL nmap.org/nse-doc/vuln. When you visit the Nmap documentation site, browse to the vuln script category. As you read the descriptions for scripts like ftp-vsftp-backdoor or http-shellshock, you'll see they are designed to test for specific, well-known vulnerabilities. This turns Nmap into a basic security assessment tool. In Module 4, we'll learn how to perform these scans without being blocked.
Module 4: Evasion and Specialized Scanning Techniques. Real-world networks have firewalls and intrusion detection systems. This module teaches you advanced techniques to make your scans more discreet to bypass these defenses using fragmentation, decoys, and timing controls. For example, a command like sudo nmap-ss-f-t2-d-rnd:5 scanme.nmap.org combines a stealth scan with fragmentation, slow timing, and 5 random decoys to be much harder to detect. One of the most important evasion concepts to understand is timing. To solidify this concept, I encourage you to do a quick search to understand the difference between Nmap's timing templates. What you'll find is that it's all a trade-off between speed and stealth. A -T1 sneaky scan is extremely slow, making it very hard for an IDS to detect, perfect for when stealth is your priority. In contrast, a -T5 insane scan is incredibly fast and aggressive, used only when you are not worried about being detected. Mastering these techniques is essential for professional security testing.
Module 5: Integration, Automation, and Conclusion. In this final module, we'll see how to make Nmap the starting point for larger security workflows and conclude with a review of hacking ethics. Nmap's power is magnified when its results are exported for other tools, using output flags like -O for XML or -O for all major formats. Lesson 5.1: Integrating with other tools and reporting. The ability to generate clear reports is essential for any professional. To see how this works, I encourage you to rerun one of your previous scans, but this time add the option to save the results. On-screen text shows the command sudo nmap-A-O my first report tcp.scanme.nmap.org. After the scan finishes, you can run the ls command in your terminal. You will see that 3 new files have been created: myfirstreport.nmap.xml and .gmap. This confirms you know how to make Nmap a team player, integrating its power into a broader arsenal of tools. Now it's time to review everything we've learned.
Lesson 5.2, Course Review and Hacking Ethics. Let's recap. You've learned to discover hosts, scan ports, identify versions and operating systems, use the NSE for vulnerability scanning, apply evasion techniques, and export your results. You now possess a powerful skill, and with great power comes great responsibility. The rule is simple. Never scan a target without explicit, written permission. This brings us to our final and most important challenge, a reflective one. I encourage you to think for a moment about the two primary use cases we've discussed. How would you explain the difference between how a system administrator uses Nmap versus how a penetration tester uses it? The core difference is intent. A system administrator uses Nmap for defense. They take an inventory of their own network to find and close unnecessary ports and ensure systems are secure. A penetration tester uses Nmap for offense. They simulate an attack on a client's network to find weaknesses before a real attacker does. The tool is the same. The perspective and permission are what matters.
Course conclusion. Congratulations on completing the Mastering Nmap course. You haven't just learned commands, you have developed a mindset. You have learned to see a network as a tangible structure, with doors, services, and secrets to be discovered. The tool you now command is a pillar of cybersecurity. Never forget the ethical principle that underpins this skill. Seek to understand in order to protect and strengthen, never to harm. The learning path never ends. Stay curious, keep practicing, and continue to build a safer digital world. Good luck in your future explorations.